Hi, how's it going? So in this clip, I'm going to show you how to use if function in Excel. So basically there are two cases that you're going to use if function. So the first case, you just want to categorize your data into two cases. And the second case, if you want to categorize your data into multiple cases. So let's check it out.
A few moments later.
So let's start with the first case. So now you have 10 data points in column E here. And you want to test if these data are pass or fail based on the criteria here. So the score of 50 and above is considered as pass, and the score of below 50 is considered as fail. And you want to return the value of 1 for pass and return 0 for fail. So starting with the first row by typing equal if and the opening bracket to use the if function. And then the first term is going to be the logical test, which is the logic to test if your data point is true or false. So starting with clicking the data point in the first row, which is 75. In this case, it's E5. Then type greater or equal to 50, which is the cutoff based on the criteria. Then put comma. Then for the second term, this is the return value for true. In this case, it's 1. Then comma. Then the last term is going to be the return value for false, which is 0. Then put the closing bracket. Then press enter. Then you can drag this cell from top to bottom to cover all the data points.
15 minutes later.
And next, for the case of multiple categories, you are going to assign grades for the scores in column E, right? So before doing so, you need to check the criteria for grading. So you can see that grade A is for the score of 80 and above, grade B is for a score between 70 and 80, grade C is for the score between 60 and 70, grade D is for the score between 50 and 60, and grade F is for the score below 50. To do so, you need to start with the column G in the first row here of your data point. So by clicking this cell in the first row, and just do the same thing, starting with using the if function. So equal if opening bracket. Then for the logical test, just click E5, which is the data point in the first row, and check the logic if it is equal, greater or equal to 80, which is the cutoff for A. So in this case, I suggest that you should start from the highest score to lowest score. It's easier. So for this logic, if E5 is greater or equal to 80, if it's true, the grade must be A, right? So just type a quotation mark, A, and another quotation mark. So it means if E5 is greater or equal to 80, the grade is A. However, if this is false, you are going to check for B. So in this case, for the false value, just type another if function to check if the grade is B or not. So starting with if, opening bracket again, click the same data point and check if it is greater or equal to 70, which is the cutoff for B, then comma. If this is true, the grade must be B, like this. Otherwise, check for the grade C. So you can start with if, opening bracket again, and for the same data point E5, and check if this is greater or equal to 60, which is the cutoff for C, comma, then type C. If this is false, check for grade D. So you put another if function here, same data point E5, and check if this is greater or equal to 50 in this time, which is the cutoff for D, comma, quotation mark, D if this is true. And in this case, if the score is just not greater or equal to 50, it is simply F, right? So just type F in the value if false, like that. And this is the important step. So now you have 4 opening brackets. Therefore, you need to type the closing brackets for 4 times like this. So once the equation is done, just hit enter. Now you can see that for the score of 75, the grade is B, which is correct, right? So next, you can select this cell and just drag from top to bottom. So now you're gonna get the grade for the scores as you wanted. And that's it. It's not difficult at all, right? So again, you just got 2 cases where you need if function. So the first one, you just want to divide your data into 2 categories. So in this case, just one if function is needed. While the other case, you want to divide your data into multiple categories. So in this case, you need to do multiple if functions. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.